She came home, and the air smelled of strangers. On her couch sat a child she had never seen before. Who let them into her house?
She walked into the house, exhausted, her bag hanging off one shoulder, her legs aching after a long day. All she wanted was silence, a cup of tea, and the comfort of her own walls. The key turned, the lock clicked, and the door opened. And then it hit her. The air was wrong. A sharp, heavy smell rushed at her from the hallway fried meat. Cheap perfume and the artificial chill of an overused air conditioner. She froze. For a moment, she thought she had opened the wrong door. But the photographs on the wall were hers. The rug under her feet was hers. Every little thing around her belonged to her. Only the air inside no longer felt like hers. From the living room came the loud shrieks of cartoons, a squeaky laugh, the rhythmic bounce of sofa springs. She took a cautious step forward and froze again. On her pale grey couch sprawled a little girl, maybe 7 years old. Bare, dirty feet pressed into the armrest. A banana in one hand, half of it already smeared into the fabric. Her fingers sticky with chocolate, wiping them shamelessly across a cushion. "Maddie, turn it down." A woman's voice shouted from the kitchen. Slowly, she turned her head. In the doorway stood a woman in a bright fuchsia tracksuit, cropped hair, a fixed, smug smile across her face. She radiated the confidence of someone who had been living there for years. "Excuse me, who are you?" Her voice trembled. The woman squinted, as if sizing her up. "I'm Vera, Maddie, and I will be staying here for a while." Aunt Helen said it was fine. She hadn't even taken off her coat. Then another voice. Calm, familiar. From the kitchen came her mother-in-law, holding a mug, her tone sweet but firm, like this was all perfectly normal. "Don't be upset, dear. Vera's place was flooded. I told you this morning, remember? I knew you wouldn't mind. You're kind, you always help." Her fingers turned icy. She remembered the rushed phone call that morning, the vague words she hadn't really listened to. And now it was too late. A decision had already been made for her. At that moment Daniel walked in. He glanced at her, frowning. "What now?" "Mom's family is in trouble. We're not heartless." "What's the problem?" He kissed her cheek, without looking into her eyes, set a grocery bag on the table, and went upstairs. On the couch, the girl giggled louder, smearing chocolate deeper into the cushion. And she understood. The strangers were already home. That night, she couldn't sleep. She lay awake, listening to footsteps in the kitchen. Bare feet slapping against the tiles, the sound of someone gulping milk straight from the bottle. In the darkness she heard her grandmother's voice again, soft but firm, echoing from memory. "This is your house, Emily. I left it to you. You're the mistress here. Don't be afraid." The next day Vera brought a man. Stocky, unshaven, a cheap jacket, his eyes restless. "This is Tony. He'll just bring in a few things." He walked past without a greeting, his gaze sweeping over the couch. Nice sofa. Perfect trampoline for Maddie, he laughed. That evening she found his chewing gum stuck in her vase. In the bathroom his toothbrush, muddy sneakers, and a cigarette but mashed into the sink. "He's not living here," she told Vera, her voice sharp. "Where else can he go?" Vera snapped. "He helps me." "You should try raising a kid on your own." Emily kept silent. But inside, the storm was rising. Late that night, she called her mother, "Mom, There are strangers in my house. I feel like a tenant. Vera, Tony, even Daniel won't speak up. And Helen. She's acting like this is her decision, not mine. Her mother's voice turned steel. Emily, this is your home. Don't wait. People like that, you let them stay once, they'll plant roots. Don't hesitate. And she knew the time had come. That evening, she walked into the kitchen. Voices carried down the hall. Renovations will take at least 3 months, Helen was saying. 3. We don't have the money for that, Vera whined. Then Maddie should be registered here, Helen continued, calmly. It's safer. Later, we can sort out shares. This place is perfect, Tony chuckled. Why would Vera go back to a dump when she's got this? Her vision blurred. She stepped into the kitchen. Everyone turned. Since everyone's spoken, now it's my turn. Her voice was quiet, but unshakable. Get out. All of you. Now, Tony smirked. Are you serious? Dead serious? And you're first. One more word, and I call the sheriff. He left, without another word. Emily, don't overreact, Helen tried. No, my family doesn't treat me like this. She turned to Daniel. By tomorrow, I want you gone too, and she walked out. A week later, the house was silent again, silence so sharp it rang in her ears. But her grandmother's antique clock was missing. She filed a police report. Days later, Daniel came back with it in his hands. Tony stole it. Got scared and gave it to Vera. Emily, please, withdraw the complaint. She has a child. Forgive me, I was weak. She closed the door in his face. Without a word. From that day on, no one crossed her threshold without her permission.